Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Stay Nation with your boy Stay for another Apex Legends video. Now, I'm really excited. We have a new map that has been released, okay? It's been data mined by a guy who goes by the name of Super Dave, and it's really exciting. There's a lot of details, little hidden symbols, messages that I've taken from this map, and we're gonna discuss everything today. And I have a lot of theories and speculation as to what it could be hinting towards in terms of the changes that are already going on right now and what could be happening for the live event in season 2. So once again, a lot of speculation, a lot of theorizing from me, but all information I do pull into today's video is all coming from the official Titanfall Wikipedia bio. So it's all official information for the series of the Titanfall universe, but everything I do project as future events is going to be speculation. So don't take anything I say as fact. But with that being said, I want you guys to share your opinions on my theories. I want you guys to let me know, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you have theories of your own? Let me know down in the comment section below. We're gonna get this party rolling because I am super excited to talk about this stuff. And as always, guys, before we start, drop a like on the video, subscribe, join the Stay Nation, and let's get this party started. So looking at this new map, okay, we can see that in the bottom left there is what seems to be a canyon with a crown above it. This is King's Canyon from my interpretation. On the right hand side we see another canyon, and this doesn't have a crown above it. So I think this is another location we could possibly be seeing in the future of Apex Legends. Another location we might move to, but we don't know too much about it yet. We don't know anything about it, to be honest, okay? And we don't even know if we're going there. Next up, we also see 3 different types of creatures across this map, which get me really excited, okay? The Leviathans and the Flyers we already knew about them, but we also see these other symbols for another creature called the Prowler. And Prowlers are honestly a pretty vicious beast in the Titanfall universe, but we do see them here on this map, and I'm gonna say in a little bit how they might tie into King's Canyon. On top of that, we see the word Nort on top of this map. Next up, we also see some gibberish, and I don't know what it means, to be honest. I've kind of like stared at it with my girlfriend and tried to decode what the words are saying, and we broke it down to frontier trade mines or frontier trade routes. We can't quite make out the last word, but we do know it does say frontier trade. We're almost certain, okay? So if you guys have any thoughts on what that means, what could it be symbolizing, let me know down in the comment section. I'm dying to know, okay? So that's it for all the information we can see from the map, and this is where I want to start diving into a bunch of different topics and talking about things in a general sense, and I'll be tying together everything in the very end. So the second location that we saw on the map, okay, the little canyon without the crown above it, we don't know what the location is. We don't know where it is. We don't know why we would even need to go there. But in the case that, you know, something did happen to King's Canyon and we had to go to another form of battlegrounds for the Apex Legends games, there is a means of transportation to get there. I don't want anyone thinking that all these legends and characters in the game right now are stuck on King's Canyon, because that's just not the case. It's not like it is an island, King's Canyon, but we have the airship that flies over top that is, you know, working and available for use to get out of King's Canyon. And on top of that, we also have in the training grounds a battleship in the background, which is thrustered and powered on and ready to be used. So if we needed to get out of King's Canyon and go to a different map, that is most definitely a possibility. But once again, we just don't know why we would even need to leave King's Canyon, or if we're going to be going to a different location, or they're just going to be changing King's Canyon in itself. So that's all I got to say on that second location, okay? But now I want to talk about King's Canyon in itself, because this is where things start to get a little bit interesting, okay? I went on the Titanfall wiki bio for King's Canyon, and it says it is a battlegrounds for the Apex games, but there is a lot of secrets people may not know about to King's Canyon, and one of those secrets being that there is an IMC laboratory hidden somewhere on this map. And this is confirmed because if you guys look at Race lore, you know, her whole backstory, the whole reason why she's here is because she's trying to find the IMC laboratory in King's Canyon to further discover who she is and what she's about. So we know that it's here. Where is it? We're not too sure, but a good educated guess would be that it is below Repulsor, and that is honestly where I think Watson is. And if we look back at yesterday's video, okay, when, you know, Apex Legends tweeted out that official message from someone who I think is Watson, which is why I think Watson is in the IMC laboratories, who wrote that up. But there was also a message above that said, what is wrong with Rosie? And you guys may be wondering where I'm going with this. Just keep watching. Everything's gonna tie together very soon. But that's my thoughts on, you know, the secrets of Kings Canyon. We have a hidden IMC laboratory that is confirmed due to the lore of Wraith, and I think Watson is in there doing some research on those Leviathans. She's watching them, and there's another legend named Rosie who she's fairly concerned about right now, and that's going to tie into in just a moment. So looking at the Leviathans now, okay, we know that the Leviathans are on the move. Something is bothering them, and I have a couple, you know, options. I do think that the Repulsor Tower, which is a high frequency sound tower meant to disturb the aliens of the Titanfall universe, is there, and it's disturbing L001, the name of the Leviathan on the move. So he's moving. But on top of that, we know that flyers are coming to Apex Legends, and I did some research on, once again, the Titanfall wiki bio for flyers in the Titanfall universe, and they are normally flying around Leviathans. They hover around them, they fly around them, they honestly terrorize Leviathans, and they even latch onto them like parasites. So maybe the Leviathans know that flyers are coming to Apex Legends, and L001 is not happy about it. He's in distress, and he's rotated around the map. But where had the Leviathans rotated to so far? It started at Repulsor, then L001 went to water treatment, and now the big giant, is at airbase. And this is where things get extremely interesting. Okay, you guys need to listen up close. What does airbase mean? Well, airbase honestly holds some significant, you know, meaning and value in the world of Titanfall. There is another airbase called Airbase Sierra in the Titanfall universe, which is where repulsor towers were once destroyed and where Leviathans then, you know, took action to roam the lands from an airbase, and that is where the Leviathan L001 has rotated to. And I think this could be, once again, it might be proven wrong, because if the Leviathan moves again, then it proves my theory wrong, but Leviathans could be waiting at airbase to raid, but they would have to wait for the repulsor tower to still be destroyed, because that is a frequency tower to keep the Leviathans and flyers away. So how is this repulsor tower going to be destroyed? And this is where, oh my god, I keep saying it's where it gets exciting, but it's just non-stop excitement. So we know that there is an IMC laboratory hidden somewhere in Kings Canyon, okay? And Watson, I'm not saying she's a part of the IMC faction from the Titanfall universe, but we do know she is part of the Outlands faction in Titanfall, okay? And in the Apex Legends world. But the Outlands were destroyed, okay? And as of right now, in Kings Canyon, there is no, you know, like, separate factions. It's all factions combined together, and I think that they're all hiding away right now in this secret IMC laboratory. So there's multiple different factions from all different places, all in one laboratory right now. And Watson, who may be working with Rosie, who could be part of the IMC faction, is, you know, doing something fishy right now. But why is this relevant? Why is the fact that Rosie is the part of an IMC faction, you know, like, why is that bad? Well, the Airbase Sierra in the Titanfall series was once raided by the Marauder Corps faction, and basically they went in and they took down the repulsor towers at Airbase. But who are the Marauder Corps? Well, the Marauder Corps recruit previous ex-IMC members, and if they're the ones who took down the repulsor towers at Airbase Sierra in the Titanfall universe, that could be foreshadowing that this is where the Leviathans are going to come from. So the one Leviathan is already at Airbase, And if Rosie is part of the IMC, she may be recruited by someone in the Marauder Corps faction as an ex-IMC member, preparing something to take down the repulsor tower. And that is why possibly, once again, this is all speculation, this is why possibly Watson is freaking out. What is wrong with Rosie? She writes on the sticky note. Well, who knows? Maybe Rosie is planning to take down the repulsor tower, and all havoc is going to wreck on Kings Canyon. The flyers are going to come. The Leviathans are going to start raiding Kings Canyon. And if it wasn't crazy enough, okay, you're still probably wondering about those Prowler beasts. Well, in the Titanfall wiki, Prowlers are said to be homed inside of these IMC laboratories and tested on aggressively. So for all we know, Prowlers could already be in Kings Canyon inside of this hidden IMC laboratory, guys. That is my theory. This is it honestly was a very much so like a deep stretch, but everything that I say really does tie together quite nicely and makes sense when you piece it together. So I'm not saying this is what's gonna happen. This is my theory on what could go down and what all these, you know, these secret map figurines mean in the real world of Apex Legends. But that's it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, be vocal in the comments. Let me know what you think. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, join the Stay Nation, and let's just wait and see what happens to Kings Canyon, because either way, it's going to be freaking exciting. And I know Respawn Entertainment doesn't have a simple reason for the changes, man. The lore in the Titanfall universe, man, like all the story, the backstory to everything, it is so deep, guys. It is so much more complex than you even know. I highly suggest you do some research of your own on things you wonder about in the Titanfall Wikipedia bio. So that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Peace.
Perfect.